My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I am currently in Carbondale, Illinois. I'm at the police station. I slept here last night. I am still under attack by Scientology. So let me explain Scientology a little bit. There are more than three dimensions. This is a fact. There are 12 dimensions in total. These extra dimensions reside on the inside of the universe. They look like inward dimensions, inward expansion. There's also this dark matter attached to us that we can't see, but it is there. It makes up at least 50% of our biology. So we have biology in these extra dimensions, 12 dimensions worth of biology, plus dark energy biology, dark matter biology. You can call it a soul. So the human genome produces a 12-dimensional humanoid designed to go into outer space upon death. We have a very thick outer covering. We have a head covering that has two horns. We are very robust or very thick, magical creatures with short arms and gigantic hands. And we go into outer space in the afterlife and participate in creation. We use magic to create stars and planets and life on those planets. And we can also time travel. It's not really time travel. However, time is not simultaneous. Time is not linear. Time is really simultaneous. The past, the present, and the future happen all at the same time. And this becomes apparent in outer space, in the 12th dimension. So human souls, the ones that do make it, the ones that do go to outer space in the afterlife, they in turn create this planet and life on this planet and help it evolve into higher life forms. And so is true for the earth, and so is true for humans. So Scientology is the practice of cutting off your soul. They cut it off. And they cut it into multiple pieces. And they stick technology in his brain. And they drive it around from a remote location. So while they are still among the living, they cut their souls off and they drive it around like a remote control car. Similar to that. They use internal neurological technology. So they do it in their own mind. They get a visual screen and neural tech, and this allows them to drive their souls around. And these people also time travel. So these people, they can go, they see the past, the present, and future happening at the same time or somewhat. Uh, so it appears that it depends on which form you use. I think you have to use like your upper dimension, your 12th dimension, and you have to have it treated a specific way. And then you can get to a certain place in the universe where time is more simultaneous. They can see the whole thing from their location. And organisms also grow. So the longer you are in outer space, the bigger you get. But there's something strange about Scientology getting cut like they do and using their energy sources and the techniques that they do. They get bigger than natural, way bigger than natural. Under natural circumstances, and Anunnaki would get big enough to handle stars, star systems. That is a huge Anunnaki. That is a huge human soul. But these Scientologists, they're getting bigger than the universe. They are way bigger than the universe. I'm getting harassed. He said, "Oh, you're fixing to tell him," and oh boy. So I've been tortured. They put boxes in the skies. I don't know if they made boxes or buildings or whatever, but they put them in outer space, and they gain size too. They have grown to massive proportions too. He said those are facilities on Earth. They remove the dark side particles or whatever, and they put it in outer space, and it grows to massive proportions. And the alien forms that Preservision and Humus creates, the alien forms that these people create, the humanoids, they call it Humas or Preservision. They go into their little boxes in outer space. Used to be a building or something. He's saying you killed a kid, so that's false. I've never killed anybody. I'd be in jail. Yeah, in the third dimension, we don't play around with murder or molestation or things of this nature. They take people to jail. They don't say, "Oh, he just did some drugs. We can let him go." No, they say he killed somebody. We got to go pick him up. Which is my case. I didn't kill anybody, but I have done some drugs. That's why I'm not in jail. And they keep saying it over and over again. They keep saying he killed somebody. Well, you killed a kid. But these people time travel, and there's a bunch of people up there. So people got pissed off. I mean, severely pissed off. Mutilation, torture, harassment, beratement, intellectual property theft. Then they're sending me and my family to hell, and they're doing the same thing to my pets. So people hopped on their alien form, their big blue bloods or their star people, and went and made a surrogate in school. Went and made a kid surrogate, grabbed his daddy's gun and went into school and blew up the school. Started shooting up the schools. They've been doing this over and over again since the 80s. They can drive people. This technology that gives them the ability to drive their souls also gives them the ability to drive other people. They can drive humans, animals, insects, and worms in any dimension. They're saying it's because of what I'm saying on Facebook. That's false. No one on social media, no one in the third dimension has the technology to drive each other around. We can't make a surrogate and go do a school shooting. We also can't time travel down here. If it happens in the past, it happens in the past. If it happens in the future, it happens in the future. That's not the same with these people. Things in the past happen in the future, and vice versa. Things in the future happen in the past. He keeps saying it. Thanks for killing that kid. No, they didn't. This didn't start from what I'm saying, from what I'm telling you. There are a bunch of people going through it in the moment. And the school shootings and stuff, they ramped up about 6 years ago when this started. They took possession of my soul 6 years ago. They cut my soul off. He says, "Yeah, that's the way it is, but people ain't gonna see it that way in court." He's twacked out of his fucking head. This is kidnapping. They have kidnapped me. They have cut my soul off, and they have stuck hive mind technology in my brain. I am with them. You are in your soul no matter where it goes in the universe. And I'm in like a million different pieces. Different people have possession of different parts of my biology. This guy that's saying this shit, he's military. He's going nuts. Yeah, he's getting away with torture and murder and theft, body snatching. And he keeps running his mouth every time he assaults me or every time that someone talks about exposing him. He says, "Well, he killed kids." So acting like that justifies their criminal behavior against me. First off, it's a lie. Second off, there has to be due process. I have to be detained. I have to go before a judge. There has to be a fair hearing or fair trial in front of a jury of my peers. Yeah, that's the law. I'm still being braided. Now they're talking about drug use. So if you did drugs, yeah, that's called beratement, fella. Beratement. Yeah, they're Scientologists. So these are humans who are alive on Earth right now. They are alive at the moment. They are alive at this moment. I promise you, they are alive on Earth. Barack Obama's people. These are Barack Obama's people. He is supposed to be their leader. He is the one for controlling what they do, and he's supposed to be the one that controls the justice behind this or whatever. So he enables these people. He also practices Scientology. He has an alien too. They cut his soul off too. His soul is in outer space. He drives his soul around. Yeah, he also has possession of some of my Barack Obama. I promise. I've communicated with him in the third dimension and in the extra dimensions. He's a terrorist. Barack Obama appears to be a terrorist. Plus, he enables it. So now I have to discuss disentanglement property. There's entanglement between the third dimension and the extra dimensions. If you remove a piece of extra dimensional biology, no matter where you take it in the universe, you are still in that biology. Now I'm being raped. Now they're raping me. They're raping my soul and my phone service. Now he's saying, you kill kids. He's saying, oh, thank you for this. Yeah. He's saying if I say it on social media, then it's my fault. Did I kill kids? Because I'm telling you what they're telling me. That's false. I promise you that's false. These people don't live in a place where time and space doesn't exist. They go up there. They have a biology up there. So what they do is they hop up there on that biology, and then they look around to try to see what's going to happen in the future, and they try to make plans, and then they hop back down on their fifth dimensional biology. Their biology's been cut into pieces. Every few dimensions, they get another biology. So they hop down on their fifth dimensional biology and start torturing me again, harassing me, doing all this shit to me. While time continues to go, they are linear down here and simultaneous up there. So uh, this started by other people. So that's his excuse. You kill kids. For some reason, he thinks if he can prove that I killed a kid, or that if it's true that I killed a kid, then he has a right to steal my biology and torture me to death and steal my intellectual property and rape and mutilation and harassment, beratement. That's false. They're twacked out of their heads too, so they have brain damage. Their brain is in multiple pieces. Your brain has to be all together, one piece, all dimensions, one piece, so you can function like a normal human being. So you can think properly, speak properly. So their brain's in multiple pieces. They have foreign objects shoved inside of their brain, technology, and it stimulates their brain at the same time. So they stimulate their brain. This causes the release of neurochemicals, dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin. It has a narcotic-like effect upon the user. So these Scientologists are also high. Plus, they are abusing substances. So there's this entanglement property. They got something shoved in my ear. They have something stuck in my ear. So there's an entanglement property between our third dimension and our extra dimensions. No matter where, if you move a piece of extra dimensional biology, no matter where you take it in the universe, you are still in that biology. Not only are you in that biology, but it is still connected to you. These are inner dimensions. And the electron shell, it goes around the entire 12 dimensions. And if you remove the extra dimensions, the electron shell shoots up and goes around the extra dimensions and comes back down and continues to go around. So this allows someone to steal biology, take it to a remote location and stick something in it, and it will go through you. It will go through that, and then it will come down here and go through you. They're saying, oh, I can't believe I get to do this. Yeah. They're all having fun. So this is kidnapping. They have possession of my extra dimensions. They have possession of my soul. Please stop talking to me. You're breaking the law. He's getting happy. I can't wait. He gets to kill me. Premeditated murder. He's happy about it because I'm his victim. I'm one of his kidnapping victims. So he's got to torture me for 14 years, and now he gets to kill me and do away with me. And they're going to try to send me to hell, too. They're serial killer, Jeffrey Dahmer type people. So I've had shit stuck inside of me for 14 years. I've had to listen to these people. I've had to hear voices for the last 14 years. Harassment, beratement, premeditated murder. So what they've done to me the past couple of days. So yesterday, they have possession of my soul, and they're sticking shit in it. They're sticking shit in my legs. They planned on tying my legs together and then tying my arms straight out and make it look like I'm being crucified. So they're using tendrils. Yeah, about 5 or 6 years ago, they busted all of my teeth and my soul. Yeah, this girl named Allison. They call her Allison. She's a part surrogate. She's a real person. She's helping them. I don't think she's a surrogate. She has my extra dimensions. I guess my 12th dimension. In a place where time is simultaneous. I guess on the outside of the universe. She's had it there for 6 years. And she tortures it. That's where most of the torture is. So they have my soul in multiple different pieces. They all look like full biologies, or some of them do. cut to pieces. Multiple people had different parts of it. And they keep doing things like sticking shit in me, especially worms and tendrils and uh, torture devices and mechanisms and weapons, and causing me pain. They like nerves. They like to hit me in the nerves, like my legs. And then they do something called locking me out of entropy or something. I don't know if they put me under something, in something, or they push me out of space-time. They make me fall through space-time. It makes it impossible to remove the foreign objects and shit. So I got to live that way. I'm stuck right now. I feel shit stuck all in my legs. Oh, now you're saying, well, you molested kids? See, I get that behavior over and over and over and over again. I've never killed anybody, and I never molested anybody. I would be in jail. I promise. That's what happens in the third dimension. There's no... I haven't had a vehicle for 6 years, or for longer than 6 years, for about 9 years. I stay at home always, or go very close to my home, just a couple miles away. So they're also trying to steal brain tissue, even more brain tissue. So here's how it started. About 14 or 15 years ago, some Scientologists and these people, they found me on social media. They select their victims from the public, from social media. They see people they are attracted to or they want, and they kidnap them. They make surrogates out of people, and it's just attraction. And then if you have any kind of authority or any kind of influence that they desire, they kidnap you. And I talk about my mama. They're threatening my mom now. So they do this. They assault me and my animals, me, Sissy, and Coco. So they are torturing us to death. They done got one. They got Coco. So it's just me and Sissy left. And yesterday and today, they have been assaulting both me and Sissy. Is what they claim. She's at a shelter right now because I'm homeless. And they keep running back and forth to Sissy and me. See, I got kidnapped 14 years ago. These people invaded my privacy, invaded my mind space. They got to read my mind. And they stole intellectual property or started stealing intellectual property. I'm part Native American. I'm part Caucasian. I am an author, a creative, an inventor. Stop talking to me. I do not consent for you to be here. Get away from me. So these people stole some of my intellectual property. Devin Singe, Bill Gates, and other people, especially people in the media industry, people that write for a living, they became infatuated with my works. So I wrote Crazy Bird Comics. I wrote the Environment Creation Agency. I created Buffalo Dollars. I wrote Alien Bob, Bug Bob, Space Bob, Jewelcraft, the Book of St. Christopher, and I have several other works in progress. So they got to witness me write all this literature, and their twacked out brains, they thought, oh my God, this is so amazing. We're going to be so rich. We're going to bring heaven to earth. Everybody freaked out and got all, they're very emotional people. They got brain damage. They're twacked out of their fucking heads on drugs. They're extremely emotional, 24/7 nonstop. Get the fuck away from me. And then they wanted body parts. So they steal body parts for a living. And here's why. If you go to a Scientologist, one of these preservation or Yumas, and they let you practice Scientology, They'll cut your soul off, stick a technology in his brain, and they'll give you as many pieces as you pay for, as many pieces as you want, or as many pieces as they'll let you have. They won't let you have what they have. They won't let you go up there and seek time on people because they are using it to get themselves out of trouble, to do murder and rape and torture. Yes, they're using it for organized crime. So you go, so you go order Scientology. What they do is they cut your soul off, but you're missing organs and tissues. They have to leave organs and tissues behind so the owner of this biology can function properly again. So they go steal organs and tissues from other humans and other species, such as reptiles, insects, and worms. And they take these human organs and they will make various human forms out of you. So they'll turn various alien forms out of you. So they take your soul and they convert it into aliens, one or more alien forms. So they make blue blood aliens, blue blood humans, greens, grays, blacks, whites. Then they make reptoids or reptilians or lizard people using lizard body parts. They make insectoids using insect body parts, and worm people using worm body parts. Yeah, so they're acclimated or conditioned to stealing body parts. It's what they do for a living. It's what they do for a hobby. Yes, they enjoy it very much. It is their life. So they're conditioned to chopping off body parts for a living. It's violent. It hurts people bad. It kills people. And they love it. And it's giving them a complex. Now they're getting off on something that kills people because they get a product out of it, a commodity from it. So on top of that, they've been allowed to force assimilation. They've been allowed to use this technology on the public. Anybody with any kind of authority, influence, powers, such as the government agencies, politicians, big business owners, get forced to assimilate. So they get their souls cut off, or their brains cut out, or technology stuck in them, or they get controlled. So these people can control them, get away with murder, get away with torture, get away with body snatching. And these people have infiltrated every institution in our government. The CIA, the FBI, the military, or the Department of Justice, the Department of War, the Department of Defense. All of these agencies have Scientologists working among them, and they are not beholden to the government or to the people. They are beholden to the Scientology community. They are helping them steal body parts, and now they're practicing Christianity on these people. Not only are they forcing Scientology on people, now they're forcing Christianity, where they're going to cut people's souls off and stick them in a machine and force them to experience this digital nightmare, and they're going to send some people to hell, or a lot of people to hell, and they're going to play God on them and show them their human forms, how big their human forms have got. So they're the Christian God. The Abrahamic God is what he thinks he is. They want to play God on people. So this is destroying the universe. It's destroying the earth. It's destroying the universe. There's holes all over the place. A bunch of people are in hell, locked out of entropy, all tortured, mutilated, with shit stuck all in them, with chemicals poured all over them, locked out of entropy. Thousands of them, millions of them. So this guy sits up here and he cuts off souls and turns them into little Barbie dolls because he can drive that around too. They're commodities to these people. In the government plus these Scientology companies, they're giving the technology to everybody, to children, to the public, to their surrogates or the people, everybody. All different types of people, and they're all criminal. A lot of these people are very criminal. They are humans on Earth at this very moment. 8:21 a.m. Tuesday, July 28th. They are alive on Earth. I promise you. They are alive on Earth at this very moment. They are out there in the world doing Scientology, and it's destroying the universe. It's destroying the planet. I mean, even the Earth has a soul. The Earth has a soul too. It has extra dimensions. And during this process, like they're torturing me, trying to send me to hell. Well, they come down here and do it. They stick shit in me, or torture me, or mutilate me, and then other people, then he'll leave, and other people hop down here, and they'll try to fix it, pull shit out, get me back out of the Venture Pete, help me patch me up. So this guy will come back and he'll rip the ground out of the, like in a big area, rip the ground out, rip buildings up, whole cities and towns. He'll put a hole there in space time, so nobody can fix me, so nobody can get to me. Military. He's in the military. Saying it looks good to us. So we're missing space time. There's holes all over the place. So we are supposed to be little bitty magical creatures. We're not little bitty. We grow. We grow the size of solar systems, big enough to handle planets and stars, massive stars too. We use our magic, our big old hands. We're comical looking, clownish looking creatures, floating around outer space, doing magic, creating life. But we are attractive and wicked looking at the same time. We are outer space creatures in the afterlife. Very heavy. Yeah, big old round heads, big thick bodies, big old hands, flying around outer space doing magic, creating life. That is the human experience. And these Scientologists, they cut that off of themselves. Everyone has one. All humans have that attached to them. And we go into outer space upon death and help participate in creation. The longer we're out there, the bigger we get. The bigger we get, the more stars and planets and life we can create. And these people chop that off. They stick technology in his brain, chop it to pieces, and drive them around, create little Barbie dolls and toys and shit that they can drive around out of human souls. Yes, Anunnakis are so awesome. You can cut them in half, and you can still drive and drive them around like remote control cars. Yeah, they're destroying the universe and life on this planet, and they don't care. We are not a food source. Nothing in the universe eats us. We are nothing eats us. You go into outer space and you breathe the gases. You lose your teeth. You gain mouth, like these muscles inside of your mouth that help you scoop or help you drink. You drink or inhale something called the nether. It's some divine origin, or maybe it's from Earth. I don't know, but it fills the entire universe, or it used to. And you drink it. You breathe it in, and you gain sustenance from it. It smells like a petroleum product, like a petroleum mixed with home cooking. It's like a food based petroleum product. I don't know, but we consume it and we gain sustenance from it. And that is what we eat in outer space. That's what we eat in the afterlife. The Anunnakis, they make big balls of it. You see it out there. They'll use their magic and they'll make big giant balls of nether, big black balls of black gas, and then they'll fly inside of it. They'll get inside of it and they'll just float there and sleep, breathe in the nether, and that's how they sleep. Yeah, they're on the outside of the universe playing God with people. Now they're getting all in my face. So I'm being kidnapped. They want to try to use me as a commodity. They want to try to sell my intellectual property so that they're addicted to watching me think. So they can watch me think and gain ideas, steal ideas and intellectual property. And they want to do this in the afterlife too. So they want to send me to hell and watch me think and hope I come up with ideas they can use and benefit from it and get rewarded for all this torture and rape and murder, mutilation. So since the 60s, they've been doing this to people. Alien abductions, torture, rape. Aliens can't breathe, by the way. No one can go down here and give us genetics. However, they can use magic to alter our genetics, to change our offspring to some degree. And they can do this over time and change the species dramatically, just using magic. They don't come down here and give us our DNA or give us our genetics. All of our mythology is a lie, especially about the Anunnakis. Anunnakis created our gold. How the Anunnakis in the myth, those aren't Anunnakis. They are pieces of Anunnakis. People that got their souls chopped off. The entire Anunnaki looks like a little outer space clown. Big old round heads, horns on their head, big old fat hands, gigantic hands, and they look like wailing spirits or ghastly, ghostly looking creatures flying around doing magic. They never talk, and their brains vibrate too. They go, wailing spirits. And their brains vibrate. You can hear it in outer space. It sounds like a race car. Now being harassed. So what was you going to say? Yeah, I have brain damage, severe brain damage. Now I get all my face. What are you going to do now? Huh? So yeah, we don't get many Anunnakis anymore. Creation has been stalled. We are no longer up there creating life anymore, creating planets. They don't do that anymore. Outer space has been taken over by Scientology. They have cut their souls off, and under some circumstances, for some reason, this technique or do it this type of behavior, it allows them to grow to massive proportions. They are extremely huge. They are bigger than the universe. Some of them are bigger than the universe, and they're walking through or flying through our star fields, destroying all of our stars and planets and systems. They're big, going through outer space, and they like to torture people. They like to kidnap people. Look at Scientology's record. Even in the third dimension, we have thousands and thousands of missing people. We have strange deaths, like weird deaths. People die from weird causes and act strange upon death. And then we have our Scientologist leaders saying, "Well, I'm a god, so whatever. I'm a god," telling everybody they're gods or spiritual beings. They've reached spiritual enlightenment, running around killing everybody in the world. And the military and the police, uh, they're using this technology to rob people. They see something they want, they go after them. Something about police. Part of their uh, money or part of their income comes from uh, taking assets from criminals. So they have that psychology or that conditioning, where if someone has something they want, they can go after them and get it. So I'm seeing this. I'm being subjected to this type of behavior too. I think that's why it berates me so much. So if he can claim that I committed a crime, then it's not a crime for him to steal all my shit and murder me to death, torture me to death. They're trying to justify their criminal behavior. Yeah, so it started with mind reading technology. They want to read my thoughts. Then it turned into intellectual property theft. And then they wanted my body parts. They wanted the body parts that created all of my intellectual property. First, it started with a brain transplant. They tried to cut the brain out of my head and stick it in someone else's head, one of their alien forms, to somehow gain my intelligence, my ability to create and write literature. And then they wanted even more and more body parts. So it took more and more body parts, and more and more body parts, and more and more body parts. And it turned into a snuff film. So now they're making a snuff film. Torture, mutilation, amputation, dissection, rape. And I keep talking to you. I tell them, I do not belong to you. No, I do not consent for you to be here. I do not consent for you to have possession of my soul. I do not consent for you to show me things. I do not consent for you to be in my presence. This is kidnapping, stalking. I do not consent for you to be here. You are breaking the law.